So there were two voices, one from the church, a bishop, John Fisher, and the other one from a politician, which is quite significant, no? John Fisher, he was a bishop, actually, and he was condemned during the time of Henry VIII to the capital punishment in the year 1535 because he was the only bishop that didn't accept Henry VIII to be the head of the church. So John Fisher was the only bishop who got the guts to continue to be faithful to Rome. He was found guilty under the act of treason. That's why he was decapitated in a very awful way. And what John Fisher struck me at John Fisher is that all the bishops in England, they just knelt down before Henry VIII, and he was the only one who refused and said, no, I continue to be faithful to the church that I believe in. Then Thomas More was condemned almost at the same time. Actually, he was condemned 2 weeks after John Fisher was condemned. And Thomas More was a politician of his time. A great politician. Actually, he got a great career. He was a Lord Chancellor from 1529 until 1532 in England. So he was a highly educated man, great political influences, and a great career. Also, he was a Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster. And then also he was a Speaker of the House of Commons for 1 year, actually, for 1 year. And the same, he refused to accept Henry VIII as the supreme head of the church in England, manifesting himself as a devout, faithful Catholic. And for that reason, he was treated as a traitor. Unbelievable. So these two trials, they were political, 100% political. In the process of canonization, the opening of the case for somebody to be canonized has to come from the place of origin. So that is why in England there were no boys that wanted to promote them as saints, especially during the time of the Reform with Henry VIII, and then later on, after they were decapitated, the government, like Cromwell, started to do a smear campaign against them, like as traitors, and the low class, the example not to follow. So later on, with the situation calmed down, took 400 years. So the voice of the Catholics in England started to acknowledge the great figure of John Fisher and Thomas More. I think it's very important for us, especially now that the bishops ask us to pray for the Fortnight because of the political situation that we're living, to take these two saints into heart. There are two voices that with humility, but and also a great deal of devotion and faithfulness, they took a stand for what they believe in, and they gave their life.